Hi guys, so welcome to this course. This is Michael. I'm taking social media management for absolute beginners. So here we are going straight to the point. No boring stuff, no bullshit, just things that you really relate with, so you can function in this career as a social media manager. So alright, let's go. Whether you're watching this video as a course or you're watching it on my YouTube channel or wherever it is, anywhere you see it, do everything possible to like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, use this course effectively for your own career of your own self or client. So let's go. Tip of content introduction, importance of social media management, basic tools, analytics that matters, crafting engaging social media content, social media campaign and crisis, case study monetization. So let's go straight, just like I promised, straight to the point. Introduction. In today's digital age, social media management plays a critical role in shaping brand identities and connecting business with their audience. Effective social media management allows companies and personalities to amplify their message, foster engagement, and increase brand visibility. Social media management is not just about posting; it's brand storytelling, relationship building, crisis control, content mastery, and revenue generation. In Africa, particularly in Nigeria, it is also customer service, marketing, and even payment processing, especially for big and small businesses. Although we talk about niching down to like the primary as a social media manager. It's just based on it's based on how the economy is. You see people in social media that is multitasking. But primarily, the role of social media can be sometimes multidisciplinary. You are the content producer, you are a community psychologist, you get to understand language, you are a trend watcher, you are a brand protector and a strategic communicator. So when I mean that multidisciplinary, this is what I mean. I'm not saying that you are the one that will design, you are the one that will shoot content. No, don't do all of that. We'll talk about that later. That's introduction mode. So let's go. So what's the importance of social media management and a social media manager? Yes. Number one is brand awareness. Social media management offers cost-effective ways to increase brand visibility. Personalities, politicians, business organizations, you need to amplify their social existence. So that is where you come in as a social media manager. This day and age, everyone is social media manager. Everyone uses social media, right? But not everyone is a good social media manager. I don't know, maybe you have some uncles or sisters or relatives that use their social media in a kind of funny way, They are not Gen Z, so the way they take their selfies, with nose hanging and then looking at the phone, or the way they send you random video links of maybe AI video and then they send it to you and likes. So everyone can use social media, but not everyone is a social media manager. So that is why you are here for this course. So hang on, don't go anywhere. I'm still with you. Number two is customer engagement. Yes, either as a business or as a personality, you get to interact and engage with your community, fans, customers, and the world. Number three is targeted marketing. Social media enables precise targeting based on demographics, interests, and behaviors. Yes, with social media management, olden days we have the traditional form of marketing whereby people place banners somewhere, they advertise by word of mouth, by the shop. But with social media management, you get to fix your ads digitally. It is online, it is on social media. So with social media management, you're able to target certain people. You want to sell, let's say for instance, a particular clothing line, a particular clothes brand. and your target audience are male, you fix it to male. If it's female, you fix it to female. You want to sell something to gamers or you want to sell something to Gen Zs, you target their age. You want to sell something to people who have a large position power, you would target what behavior. So targeted marketing. With social media management, there is targeted marketing. Now, the last is a real-time feedback. Yes, a social media manager interacts with audiences starting and gain insight through their feedback and opinions. They have so many tools for you to get feedback as a social media manager. So we'll talk on that later. So social media management is very, very important. Just like I said, everyone uses social media, but not everyone is a good social media manager. Not everyone can be a social media manager. But the real thing is, anything big at all on social media deserves a social media manager. What do I mean? For instance, we have politicians, we have personalities, we have businesses, we have NGOs that need to set up their social media page. Now, the way a politician will talk is different from the way a politician and a NGO will talk. That's in terms of communication. So you should be aware of this tone and the way you communicate. But we'll talk about that later on. So let's go to the next page. I hope I'm not boring you. And if I'm boring you, just wait, because there's more to learn. And I promise you, this is not boring stuff. Now, social media manager basic tools. Yes. Now we have the essential basic tools. Now you see, as a social media manager, you need to have a basic knowledge of graphics design. Just basic. Even if you know, it is not compulsory that you know how to design. But when you have basic knowledge in graphics design, that common graphic design tool, we have Canva, Pixel Lab. You can use that on a mobile phone. Pixel Lab is completely offline. Canva is online based. We have the Photoshop, of course, that is graphics design software. We have CorelDRAW. So you should have basic design and basic understanding of design, in the sense that as a social media manager for a big brand, you'll be working with a creative department. So in that department, you guys are going to have a graphic designer. That's for big brands, not small brand. Because if you are a social manager for a small brand, you are going to be almost jack of all trade. In fact, you are a jack of all trade. And it can be tiring, but it's actually a phase. As you move on the ladder, you're working for big brands that care for expertise and specialization. So you should have basic knowledge of graphics design. So with Canva, you can create slide in minutes, you can create design in minutes and hours. Then there's also the CapCut for mobile editing. Easy to make videos. There's CapCut, there's InShot, there's KineMaster. You can use to make videos. Then for automation, we have Meta Business Suite. That's the inbuilt platform that is made by Meta itself, the owner of Facebook and Instagram. So with Meta Business Suite, you can integrate Facebook, Instagram, and even WhatsApp together. So you can multi-post on those three platforms at the same time. Instead of you to go to Facebook, post, go to Instagram, you post. That's stressful. You just link both of them together and then you start posting. Then we have Agora Pulse. Agora Pulse is also a software, third-party software where you can multi-post, get analytics and reports in real time. There's Zoho Social, there's Buffer for scheduling content ahead. That's the beauty about this software here. So basically this software I mentioned, Meta Business Suite, Agora Pulse, Zoho Social, Buffer, therefore scheduling content ahead, multi-posting different platforms. You get real-time analytics. You can even use to run ads. But the free one here basically is the Meta Business Suite. You don't need to pay for any subscription. It's absolutely free as long as you use Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So whether you're using it for yourself or your client, then we have Meta Ads Manager. That's for running digital ads. All those ads you see on Facebook and Instagram that you see sponsored. Then Google Ads Manager, same thing. All those websites you see, or all those YouTube videos, and you have to pause to watch an ad. This is as a result of Google Ads Manager. Then there's Notion or Google Sheets for calendar. Yes, every big brand that you see out there, their social media content calendar has been created at least a month before. Some are able to get a team to create a 1 year social media content calendar, although it is ideal, but it's not ideal in the sense that things trend change. So you have to, that calendar is not going to be rigid. It has to be flexible. So you create content ahead. You already plan what to happen in the next month from Monday to Tuesday, depending on how you tend to plan it. So Google Sheet and Notion is good for that. Then we have ChatGPT. Yes, we're in the age of AI, and AI is advancing. ChatGPT is your friend, but don't how will I say it? Don't if one thing about ChatGPT is that if you are dull before, it will just make you duller. So ChatGPT should be used to enhance your creativity, not that you use ChatGPT to replace your creativity. So you can ChatGPT, you can generate content ideas, caption, but you have to refine it. Me as a person, if I'm scrolling through a brand page and I see, I can tell if that page is relying heavily on social on ChatGPT or DeepSeek or other AI, because of there are certain way ChatGPT writes. There's a way it quotes, there's a way like the hashtag, you know that this is not normal. It's even obvious. So any result you get on ChatGPT, make sure you refine it. Then you also have your jotter, yes, and your brain, of course, your jotter, because at the moment maybe you are going for a walk, or you're happy, or you're just sitting down, or you're just somewhere. You could just be inspired to, oh, I have something just come up, so just write it down. Okay, I know I want this content idea, I want this copy on design, write it down. Then at the end, always use a call to action or either funnel. Either funnel in marketing is as a call to action is like to when you see a post and then the post say, okay, welcome to Afromic World, we sell this and this brand, click on this to know more. That click on this to know more is that is the call to action. Either funnel, that's awareness, interest, what's the last one? Awareness, interest, direction. Some could be different, I don't know. The last one, action. Awareness, interest, direction, action, and the last one is loyalty. So as let's say for a new social media brand, for a new social media page you are creating, the first thing after you set up everything is to create awareness, either through ads or you are doing you are posting organic content, like you're just doing that without enhancing the payment for ads. Then from that awareness, people begin to take interest. From that interest, they are directed to make something, to do something, which goes to action. So after that action is loyalty. So maybe the direction they purchase a particular item from the brand. Then the loyalty is the retention, whereby they keep coming back to your page or your brand or whatsoever. So social media manager basic tools. Now, for the sake of a global audience, I'll try to expatiate more. Obviously I'm a Nigerian, so I should be able to use relatable terms that everyone should know. Now, social media manager basic tools, like the normal basic tools, we have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. These are the popular ones. This platform, they have their own mode of communication, so you must be able to speak the language of the platform. But now you now code switch for your audience. For instance, Instagram is more of a kind of platform that is built for aesthetics. Just think of in Lagos, say Lagos Island, or maybe on a global note, you can talk about Nairobi in Kenya. You can talk about New York in the US. You can talk about maybe London in the UK. You can talk about um, just imagine most of the beautiful places in your country. So that is what Instagram is all about. So it is flashy, polished, and visual. Then we have X, that's formerly called Twitter. That is Abuja, that's the capital of Nigeria. So just imagine your capital of your country. So this is kind of politically driven and trend driven. It is reactive, and of course we have memes, yeah, a lot of memes. So Twitter is a place for intellectual conversation. It is political in nature and it is reactive. It's kind of me personally as a person, I see Twitter as a place that is for people are that are intellectually sound, although you get to see a lot of people on X obviously. So you meet a lot of kind of people, but if you're not intellectually sound on that platform, you need to be intellectually sound to use X. Now we have Facebook. Apologies. I might call this, let me just call it trenches. Now, when I mean trenches, that's a slum area. Now, this audience, like everybody can open Facebook, and everybody. So you get to see deep engagements, regardless of what was posted. People don't even ask questions. Someone just post something. Look at this boy, beautiful, but can I get a like? The next thing everybody just starts saying, wow, congratulations, not even asking any question, and that is just an AI image. So Facebook has a lot of crowds and like it is choked, even both account and whatsoever, to different kind of audiences on Facebook. So this is like the trenches part of Facebook, but still in your communication and social media manager, you have to be firm and authoritative in your tone. Like you have to align to brand values when communicating. I'm just giving you the scope of how this platform work. Now, TikTok is a video platform. So just imagine somewhere like Warri in Nigeria, Delta State. It is raw, authentic, and funny and real. So people videos over time. It's more video inspired, video content. So it is raw and it's authentic and funny. I think same thing with Facebook too. Then we have LinkedIn. This is the professional part of social media. It's more like the work life of people online. So it is for Nigeria. I can say like Lagos. I can say it's like the eyebrow of Lagos. Ikoyi. It is professional, created, and clean. On LinkedIn, you don't see people posting anyhow, maybe doing a selfie and waggling their tongues out or using different kind of language. People are serious there, posting their wins in their professional mode. Then we have YouTube, we have Telegram, WhatsApp, and others. So you must speak the language of the platform, know when to code switch. When you're posting on X, especially if you're using a free, you're not using a blue tick, your post will be short, unlike when you're doing that for Facebook. Unlike when you're doing that for TikTok, your caption should be short. Unlike when you're doing that for LinkedIn, your tone and message should be formal. So you should put this thing in practice whenever you're working for a client. So now what can help you as a social media manager? Yeah, you need to have the ability to run digital ads, run social media campaign. You need to know basic graphic design skills. It is not compulsory. But having this an advantage. Basic video editing skills. You need to have the ability to do research and it should be youthful. Yes, social media management is one of the core strengths of Gen Z. That is why you see when maybe the millennials or the boomers are using social media, it's quite different from the way the youth are using social media. Because I'm Gen Z, because of Gen Z's, they control the trend, they control the narrative. So to be able to like even if you are old and you want to go into this field, don't feel too old. All you just need to do is to watch what the young ones are doing and try to adapt. And then you also need psychology. The whole world is built on psychology. In fact, social media itself is built on psychology. The way it is designed for you to keep coming back to it. That is why everyone is addicted. So so you need the basic, not even basic, can even go down, can read books on psychology, books on marketing, books on communication. It is very, very important. There are some social media pages you visit as a person and you just feel like, wow, you just want to buy the brand. And there are some you just go to the page, immediately you just feel repugnant and the page just feel like boring to you or the likes. I don't know. But you get my point, psychology. You need to understand basic psychology. The ability to convince people, the ability to understand people, the ability to understand trends and to use it to your advantage. Now, you should know your target audience as a social media manager. If you are a social media manager for a politician, you are not going to, your post and the way you communicate is not going to be targeted towards sales. Nobody is going to give you sales target at the end of the month. Nobody is going to give you that. If you are a social manager for a NGO or for NGO, that's non-government organization, a non-profit, your mode of communication will be different. You won't get probably maybe you ask for sign up or GoFundMe or whatsoever. But for a politician, we are just managing the brand of, the public image of the person, damage control, maybe on some of his shortcomings and the likes. So know your target audience when you want to work as a social media manager. Okay, I'm working in a law firm. Definitely, maybe the end consumer, the end customers are people around that need lawyers. It's very from the way you work when you are working in the e-commerce firm, maybe, or when you are working in the government institution, or when you are working in the military as a social media manager. Then, time management. This is very, very essential. Time management, like we live in a world that is addicted to screen. Typically, even if you are not a social media, the average young person I know is addicted to social media. So now that you are taking it serious as a job, you must know how to balance it. Time management is very, very, very sacrosanct in this place. If not, you are going to get burnout. And when you get burnout, you lose your creativity, you lose your health, can even lose your job, and you just perform poorly. So you must be able to manage your time and set boundaries. Then self-discipline. Yes, social media, you need to be self-disciplined. Yes, you need to be on top of the game, searching for trends. That doesn't mean that you get to be doom scrolling and then you're just wasting time on the likes, all the name of being busy. Then you need this one, community. Yes, community. In your early journey as a social media manager, I would advise you to join a community of fellow social media managers. Or if you don't have, you can create one, teach your friends, maybe you can share this video to them about social media management. So when you get a gig, both of you can share it. The community can share. Let's say you are like 5 or good friends and 5 friends, and you guys have a gig, like 3 gig in a month or 4 gig, and they are big brands. Definitely, let's say the brand is targeting, like maybe the brand works every day or run a almost 24 hours customer service social media social media relation service. What you need to do, definitely people will to take turns as shifts. So in community, you get to share gig, share idea, share trend, and let people that trust, let people that you know. Social media management is a kind of sensitive position. You don't give it to people that have fraudulent intention, people that are careless with social media management. Some people are just careless anyhow. They click on every link. So also give away, they click on it. But by the time they click on it, their Facebook is gone, their Instagram is gone. So you should also put that in mind. So you need community to grow as a social media manager. In the early beginning of your career, although it's not for everyone, you won't get big gig. It's just things that are sustainable for you to just go day by day or to get experience. But as time goes on, when you start getting serious gig, you need a community. If not, you burn out easily and That's not a good thing. All right. So, content strategy. Yes, the biggest mistake that new social media take is posting without knowing why. No, people don't just post anyhow. You can't check the big brands. So, number one, what do? You define the brand voice. Is your brand funny, serious, spiritual, relatable? Who are you managing a social media platform for? Is it a person, a pastor? Is it a politician? Is it a person? Is it a business page? So you should know the brand voice. For instance, if you go to Dangote page, Dangote, that's Dangote Group, or that's the company of the richest man in Africa, and also one of the richest in the world. You will notice his page is kind of serious in nature. When you go to Tesla or you go to PiggyVest, although they are formal in nature, but they use humorous tone, trends, and in terms of communication. So you need to understand the brand voice. There are some brands that they are strictly formal, no matter the situation, no matter the trend, they are always formal. So you need to understand this, although things are changing right now. Now you study the audience. I talked about this before. You must take into cognizance their age, their culture, the device. Many Nigerians do content via low-end Androids with limited data. Although things are changing now, Nigeria has become one of the highest consumer of data at the moment. That's browsing data. So you study the audience. Who are you managing this platform for? If your audience are Gen Z, the way you write must be geared towards their interests. If your audience are people that are religious in nature, make sure you're not posting things that will infuriate them or things that will make them go away from the page, thereby damaging the brand. Your client brand. So you should study the audience. Now, choose primary platform. Yes, you don't have to be everywhere. Just choose only what matters. There are a lot of social media platforms. There are more than the popular ones. X, Facebook. There are a lot of platforms. So you don't have to be everywhere. Primarily, just FB, that's Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. Yes, it depends on whatever your client wants. So you don't have to be everywhere. Just choose whatever matters and focus on it. Then content pillars. Now, as a social media manager, when you are planning a content calendar is the detailed plan of what will be posted per month or per week. But generally, it is best done per month. There's what we call content pillars. So that content pillars need to have like themes that you use per week that keep people coming or keep the fans looking up to the next episode or series. So you should have like maybe testimonials, humor, maybe behind the scenes, tips, reviews, giveaway, quiz, whatsoever. So maybe like on Monday is motivational post. On Tuesday is maybe product highlights. Or Wednesday is a testimonial Wednesday. Maybe on Friday is for quiz. Maybe on Saturday is for wellness tips. Maybe on Sunday is for religious posts. Then maybe on Thursdays for throwback. Just like you define the content pillar that should be generally specific to some things. Then plan execution. Yes, use local calendars when you are doing your content calendar. Have local calendar in mind. Black Friday, public holidays, sports, memes, trends. Use it to create relevant content. Even memes is becoming very, very relevant and necessary in marketing these days. Many thanks to X, especially with Elon Musk. So you need to have that in mind. Plan with it's not that when it's now Independence Day or it's Christmas, that's when you're now asking for a designer to start creating a designer that you don't do social media like that. It has to be planned ahead and designed ahead so it makes the job easier. So crafting engaging social media content. Your content is the cornerstone of social media success. So high quality, engaging posts encourages interaction and sharing, helping your brand reach more people. Social arrangements involve storytelling, visual content, and interactive posts. So share the story behind your brand to create emotional connection with people. It's not every time you just post design. Let them see behind the scenes. Let them see the people behind it. Connect, talk about things that they relate to. Posts with images, videos. Have been studied that they have higher engagement rate than text only posts. So put that in mind. Then have interactive posts, news posts, question and answer sessions, memes, trends, and contests to increase engagement and keep your audience involved. Yeah, social media campaign. Yeah, as a social media manager, you will be expected to run social media campaign. Social media campaign allow business to achieve specific objects like launching a new product, raising brand awareness, or promoting an event. So here I'll be teaching you how to launch such a campaign. So let's say, for instance, you just got a new client and is just trying to set up the social media page for the first time. So number one, you need to have a clear objective. Number two, you need to have clear objective. Number two, targeted audience, the audience that you guys are creating content for. Then your creative content. Then you need to have a model to monitor whatever. The sum total of your activity. Now in social media campaign, apart from your normal posts, that's what we call organic normal posts. That's when you post every night likes. There's one that is inorganic, this paid, not the one you use both for. Yes, let me talk about both. Because I noticed if you go to Instagram, there's this platform that advertise that you can inflate your followers, and you pay with both and the likes. It get your social media handle, you get it banned. So you don't want to work for a client and that's over like 47k followers and next you get banned because you are using both. No, do the right way. The right way is through paid social media ads, and you are doing the platform directly, not third-party platform that use both to inflate followers. So that is where we talk about social media advertising. Yes, majority of purchase that we see today was made because of social media advertising. Think of it, we have Temu, we have Jumia, we have Gigi, we have Konga, we have Amazon, we have eBay, AliExpress. Think of this platform. Most of people who are using this platform, some of them are never gone out of their country, but because of social media advertising, they were able to get reached. So paid social media ads amplify brand, can amplify reach far beyond organic posts, targeting specific demographics, age, interest, culture, just those people, those that you want exactly. You want them to see your brand message. You want them to get it. You want your message to get to the right people. So paid social media ads can amplify your reach far beyond organic posts, targeting specific demographics to ensure your brand message get to the right people. Social media ads make your work easier as a social media manager. Learn, master it, and check out my videos on some of the videos I made on how to run Instagram ads, Facebook, and the likes. So first thing, custom audience targeting. Yep, you must know your audience. They exist Labubu, Doll, whatsoever. they targeted their audience specifically, mostly for women. Just imagine you're a social media manager and yeah, they are out to run an ad. Yeah, as a social manager, you expect to run ads. Yeah, you do not fix your custom audience targeting. You are fixing it to male. Definitely, at the end of the day, you just burn the budget and you have no significant results. But your result as in this scenario, I mean, your custom audience are women and younger one and maybe the older one too. So then you sponsor it. Have in mind the ad formats. There are ads that you see on stories. There are ads that you see in the timeline, maybe when you're scrolling on Facebook or you're scrolling on X. There are ads that you see maybe by using an app. Then budget. Yes, you need to have a budget. Working for small brand in the beginning, most small brand don't have money for a budget. So most of the time you have to rely on your creativity for you to generate engagement. And honestly, I won't lie to you, it's going to be very, very difficult like this. It's hard to get results that way. So I just hope you get a client who is willing to give you a budget, and for every budget to make sure it is worth it by targeting very well and make sure it reaches the right people, the right formats, the right message, the right call to action. So check out my videos on how to run Instagram, Facebook ads. I think I'll do others later before you to check that. And if it's for the course, I'm gonna release the course on that too. Now, yes, handling crisis. As a social media manager, you are literally a customer service representative. Yeah. So in like previously in the olden days, we have public relation officer. Now the public relation officer of today, if they still exist, are maybe a step higher than the social media manager or the social media manager itself. So as a social manager, you are here to handle crisis. So don't argue with typically what happens as a social manager. You get people trolling the business page, backlash, a lot of comments, inquiries, even fraudulent people who are trying to maybe take over the page or cyber stalk or do a damage to the brand. So number one, trolls are normal on Facebook. Trolls are normal on social media. So don't argue with them publicly. Just apologize. Let's as a business person. Oh, I ordered so item and does not get to my delivery address. Oh, you guys are scam. You guys are this. You guys are that. You don't argue. Just be professional in your mode of talking. Oh, we're sorry. Can you send us a DM so we can handle this matter? Now there are some that, especially on Facebook, I noticed you just see some people just start posting unrelated content links so that people can sign up. Facebook is actually good. You just delete it. That's your responsibility. Delete it immediately. Anything that will damage your brand, delete it. Anything, because anything, if you don't delete those comments, if someone imitates your brand and comments, for instance, if you go to Elon Musk page, you notice that most all these scammers go there, create a page like him and comment on that. If as a social manager, what is your responsibility? You hide such comments. Now on Facebook you can delete, on Twitter you can, on Facebook you can delete, on Instagram you can delete, but on Twitter it's not possible. But you can use the hide button to hide it so other people don't see that. So respond to backlash only if it aligns with brand values. Yeah, it's not every backlash talk you respond to. Now when we're talking about this, context and niche matters. For instance, if you notice, most politicians in Africa, once they post, let's say a governor, a president, once they post their happy independence message, or they went to Dubai, or they went to whatever, once they post it, they won't respond to you as the person. Maybe like you just come and insult them, or oh, you are doing this, the fuel is expensive. They are never going to do that. And trust me, it is not all of them that are handling their social media page. They don't even have that strength. They have a social media manager for that. So as a social media manager, you don't have to respond to everybody. They will insult you. The best you can do is do nothing, because it does not matter. The only time it matters is if it aligns with brand value. For instance, a political opponent take a jab at a particular opponent. What does the social media do? It inform its principal, and they come up with a content, maybe like a responding post to that. So contents and niche matters. You are working, let's say for instance, you are working in the military, the public relations department, or you are working in the let's say a body like the CIA or the NIA or the FBI. Definitely the way you communicate will be formal, and you're going to respond to backlash. Is none of your business as a social media manager. Now you will be, as a social manager for big brands, you work with creative departments. That's a good thing. You can't do everything all by yourself, but just like I said earlier, at the beginning of your career, you get to work with different, you work jack of all trades. You are the designer, you are the content editor, you are the influencer and likes. But no, for in a typical scenario, you work with the creative department. There is a social media, you as a social media manager, there is a digital marketing manager, there is a video editor, there is a graphic designer. So it makes things easier and minimize crisis. Now you use humor to diffuse tension. Platform like X is good for memes. So even Facebook and also a platform too, it's good for memes. So you use humor to diffuse tension. You jump on trends and make sure you localize them. Make it make easy to pass your brand message immediately when you drop on such things. So that's as a social manager, you have to be on top of your game, youthful. You know what is going on, and you localize them very quick to your advantage or to your client advantage. So you protect your client brand image with your life. Yeah, with your life. When I mean with your life, I don't mean literally with your life, but I'm just trying to tell you why you just have to take it serious. Sense that social media pages are the digital footprint. That's a digital representation of big brands. So imagine you're handling a page for a very big brand, and you are someone that click on maybe adult related content. Someone just send you a link showing a seductive part of something, and you went to click on the link, and the next thing the page go blank, and the next thing you've been logged out, and that's all. What happened? The next thing you are in trouble. So you should protect your client image, their social media page and everything. You must be able to protect it. So your password is safe, everything is intact. Don't be a careless person. There's what we call open source intelligence in social media management. Study it. Even have basic tools basic knowledge of cyber security, in the sense that it's not every inquiries or every page that every comment every DM you will respond to. Some are just there to use social engineering to get certain information they can use against the brand, or they can use to get access to login. If you lose the password, or you lose a page to someone fraudulent, a lot of money will be lost, and the client could find a lawsuit against you or your boss, depending on whatever situation is at hand. So now analytics, as social manager, you will be demanded to give reports. Now analytics, there's a lot of analytics on Meta Business Suite, Google Ads Manager and the likes. My own point is that just go straight to the point. Which niche or which industry are you? As a social manager for a politician, you are not responsible for making sales or whatsoever. Your report is just that maybe your principal, your client should have good public image and the likes. That would not be the same case for a e-commerce social media manager, or the same case for a child social media manager, or the case of a sports social media manager. So focus on what matters. Basically, we have the save rates, that's people planning to come back to it, share rates, stronger than like, click through rates, that's the actions people take on your page per content that you guys post. So did they take action? Did they buy something? Engagement rate per followers. This is key for small brands. But just like I said, metrics depend on context, political, charity, profit, brand, sports, whatsoever. It depends on context. There are some customers, they don't have up to 1K followers, but they get like 1 gig per month is equal to like 800 followers. So they are not focused on, oh, I have, what is the sense of having 100K followers? At the end of the day, you're not making sales, you'll be queried. So context matters. You have to put that into perspective too. Now, social media management case study. Yes, global to local. In the Nigerian space, we have Tusimi Yekon. That's a Nigerian gospel musician. The guy is real, he's factual, he's, if you go to his page, he's someone who like like his content are more of himself, God, his music and the likes. So as a social media manager, you have to put that into perspective. Now we have Palm Tech. Well, Palm Tech is a automobile company in Owerri in the east. They deal with cars, and I think they have a fuel station. But if you notice, they were able to reach the average Nigerian via creative content. They didn't just have a social media manager, they have a creative department for it. Maybe if I can spare some time and let me go out of this page so you can see what I'm saying. So this is Palm Tech. Palm Tech. All right. So this is Palm Tech Group. Yeah, Palm Tech Group. Their content is educative and it is funny and it's reached a lot of audience. Go and study them on social media. Look at the way they reach a large audience just with a creative content. They are aggressive. Their content is very much aggressive and educative in nature. Look at it. It is aggressive and educative in nature. So look at it, and it is a car company. But the way they educate people on cars, you just can't resist their videos. So you should be able to understand big brands like this. Then Piggyvest, yes, Piggyvest. Piggyvest on X is a saving platform. Yeah. Why most platform, in those days, like some years back, there's a thin line between formal communication and informal communication. Now things are changing. That gap is kind of closing up, especially with this X influence. Go to Piggyvest on Twitter, on X. Look at the way they communicate. Can you see? Look at their memes. 5 years or 7 years ago, this is a bad idea to communicate as a social media manager. But look at it. Look at interaction. So put this into perspective. There are some brands that will not allow you to post things like that to get sacked immediately. Now we also have Tesla. We have Tesla, that is Elon Musk's electric car company. Look at the way they post. Look at the way they post. It is sometimes it's formal, sometimes they use typical um how will I say giant how will I say ways to connect with their fans, I mean with their audience. Now let me show you an example, because even Elon Musk himself, Elon Musk is the king of memes. In fact, he changed the tides in terms of communication in their social media space. We have politicians now using memes to communicate. All right. Look at this. All of our vehicles come standard with a banger sound system. Look at this. Look at this. Let's keep watching. There is a comment I'm looking for. I couldn't find a comment. Like someone was asking, like, why would they communicate in such manner? It seems they hire a Gen Z or something. So, but just get my point is that like you should be able to communicate. Now let's go to Elon Musk's page. Elon Musk is the king of memes. You need to understand that. Now look at his page. Look at his page. Space project. In fact, like typically in business communication, people don't like as a business owner, you don't talk about your political interest much more like that, to the extent that it overshadows your business. But Elon Musk changed that, talk about his political ambition, his allegiance, his family life. Like Elon Musk is just real and free. Now just imagine you're Elon Musk social media manager, and of course I know that Elon Musk handles social media basically himself. Well, he might have a social media manager, but just come on, see, just look at, okay, let's look at the replies so you can basically understand. Look at his replies. Look at his replies. Look at his replies. Look at his replies. So I have all this in perspective. Now with Elon Musk, you see him using even AI to even communicate. Then we have that with Donald Trump also doing the same, and it also become a global practice. So put all this into perspective. Just like I said, Dangote is kind of formal. Dangote is formal. Look at MC Donald. Look at their page on Instagram. Look at it. Yes, Piggy Vest. Sorry. Piggy Vest. Look at Piggy Vest. I think we've checked that before. Look at Temu. Temu is very, very aggressive. This is Temu Nigeria. They're very, very aggressive in their ads, and they have a large creative department. So it's not just a social media manager. This is time we can look at their format too. So study big brands. Study big brands. Follow big brands. Follow creative brands and for social media agencies so you can get inspiration on how they do things. So now let's go to the last part, which is important to most people: monetization. How do I get a job? How do I get a gig? How do I make money out of social media management? Now, me, I'm a big fan of service. Please serve. Serve. Yes, I'm going to be factual here. My own gig come by service. Most of the gig I've ever saw on social media, they came by service. There was a time when I was doing, like, actually I got my first social media job before I barely turned 18. And how did I even get it was that I started this blog, like this YouTube channel. I had a blog. I was just posting random things based on a military university I applied to. Like, it didn't go through, so I was just posting out of passion. And then I went to apply for a job as a salesperson somewhere. They're looking for a sales sales rep and the likes. And the next I just put that okay, I have social media managing experience. I don't really have any experience like that, but I just put it there. The next is okay, in the interview, it switched to okay, let us discuss better. You said you have so this. Okay, let us see. But what did I say? I have a social media management experience, maybe because of my blog. And as for a blog, I have my social media page I'm handling. I said that is the experience I put there. Now, as you know that then that job I had then, I was back. It's been years back. I had to manage the website. I have to be like a tech person. I have to be a graphic designer. Even I ran office errand because I was the youngest when I was working there. So it was kind of like I was like jack of all trades while doing this work, but I learned a lot. So it got to a point. Apart from that, when I left that job and I was going to school, I volunteered a lot. So yes, a lot of free job for people. Some were unpaid, some were paid. So you are going to volunteer here, go for internship, volunteer for free, get experience from experience recommendation. Please volunteer. Now we have freelance platform, we have Fiverr, we have Upwork, we have Contra, and we also have social media itself. Yes, there was one time I got a very big gig just via WhatsApp. I've been posting on WhatsApp all the while with memes, subtly and directly or indirectly. And someone just called me one day, a brand new so person to handle their social media page. Can I do that? Yes, kindly send your CV. So do not underestimate this place. Social media itself, it could be WhatsApp, it could be Facebook, it could be Telegram. You can choose to be promoting yourself as a social media there if you like. Although this does not, there are some, although it's good to market yourself, but I'm telling you, there are some people, in fact, social management, by the time you market yourself and brand cover you, the next thing you can just do is maybe create a agency page because you'll be overwhelmed. So all those marketing that you'll be doing, posting on LinkedIn, which is good, gets you a page where you run. The real saving grace would be maybe you have an agency, so you can do that. So of course you apply for social media management job, which is online or offline. Then I told you that you should get a community of like minds, so you can share gigs. So how do you earn? Gigs are monthly retainers. You charge in your currency. So you either get gig on Upwork, Contra, or social media itself. Then obviously work as social media full time, go to office, and it could also be remote. Working as a social media remotely, you need self-discipline and access to light and data. So you put that to perspective. You earn by affiliate commission, you earn by selling templates and content calendar. Yes, some social media managers, maybe due to burnout or maybe due to too much of tax, they outsource from other social media managers. So you can create content calendars and sell it for them. You can also teach people in tech schools. Social media management is a thing. Then you can also run an agency. Now, as a social media manager, you will cosplay a lot. Yes, social media managers cosplay in the sense that, just like I said earlier, in the Nigerian space, people expect you to be jack of all trades. You are the graphics designer, you are the video editor, you are the content creator, you are the influencer, you are the everything. It is not ideal typically. Now, when I mean that we can cosplay, these are the positions that, like a social media manager, when you see other jobs ask for this, you also have the skill set to apply. For instance, a digital marketing manager, although digital marketing is a large field, the social media management is a sub field of digital marketing, where you can apply for it. Then you have the community manager, you have the social media marketer, we have the customer service rep, we have the digital marketing manager, we have the public relations officer. You can apply for this position. You can cosplay. And when you are cosplaying for the position, you can also cosplay in industry. As a senior manager, you can work for a tech company, an hospital, a hospital, uh, a sports brand, e-commerce, a politician, an agency. And when you work with them, it's not compulsory you have deep knowledge of such industry. It is now in your own step for you to go further, learn about such industry, read, watch videos, use ChatGPT, read articles to familiarize yourself. So as the more you work, the more you get familiar with such industry. Like me, I've worked across different industry. Worked in the with a solar company, a church, a freight forwarding company, a logistic company, a wellness brand, um, uh, and even some classified information I would not like to share. So we cosplay a lot. So you don't have any excuse. Oh, I want to work for a hospital. I only study maybe Yoruba in school. You study then Igbo or Hausa whatsoever. That's as in fact, I'm even saying in social management, although some will ask for a degree or whatsoever, but just make sure you can deliver. So social management doesn't really discriminate like that. Just make sure you can deliver. Although in the workspace, people focus more on their degree and the likes, but I don't want that to be an hindrance to you. Just like I said, I got my first job before I barely turned 18 as a social media manager then. And so don't allow your work or whatsoever. You study political science or you study zoology or you study architecture, it doesn't matter. As far as a social media manager, you should be able to cosplay. You enter into the spirit or the dimension of your brand, your client, and you try to communicate in such manner too. So that is how you earn as a social media manager. So before you go, if you need a social media manager, there is a community on Instagram, Ad Nation. Just need to message them on the Instagram Ad Nation. So if you need to handle your brand, or you run digital ads or graphics design or even large form print, or you need any talent at all from the tech community, you need a web developer, you need a designer. This community is big enough to serve you and your purpose. So don't forget to follow and patronize. I'm a member of this community, so definitely you'll be getting a good service from it. We can handle any social media management gig. Bring it on. The community will do that for you. So we've come to the end of this presentation. Thank you so much. In summary, a social media manager, I always say it when people ask me what do I do for a living, I'll just tell them I take on the social media addiction of others, and I convert it into a revenue generating activity. So social media, we are in a world whereby everyone is distracted, and it is now in that kind of distraction and chaos, you have to make sense of the situation. So you as a social media manager, you are the face. You are the invisible force behind the digital presence, or maybe a brand or a personality. You communicate to people, you reach to their needs, you communicate the brand message, you do, everything I said in the video. So that is the end of this course. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section, and I'll suggest you go to my YouTube channel to check some other videos on social media management, whereby I'm releasing more. And if you want to reach out to me, you can check me out on LinkedIn at Afolabi Michael. So thank you so much for taking time to learn about social media management. I look forward to more advanced class. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate. Um, all right, say bye for now. Thank you.